Chevy.
Hey everyone, welcome to I Just Watched. I'm Joseph.
I'm David.
And we are talking Joker. Todd Phillips, and you like to say?
Masterpiece.
And that seems pretty accurate. Ladies and gentlemen, but before we do get into this film, and we're having a spoiler discussion when it comes to the Joker. We're going to go all in, we're going to talk about it. Obviously, we're going to tell you how we feel, whether we liked it or not. But I'm pretty sure we liked it because it was our number one on both our 2019 films. But, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Plus, of course, it's a spoiler because if you haven't seen it, well, then
You're messing up, all right? Get your life together.
You know what I mean?
All right, go watch this now, twice. Make up.
No judgment, but you're wrong.
Yeah, clearly. But no, hopefully you enjoyed this video, because if you do, you hit the like button. Click the subscribe to stay tuned to see more of our stuff. Hit the little bell so you get notified when everything gets released. With all that out the way, let's jump into it. Let's talk Joker. Alright, everyone, so let's jump into it. Spoiler discussion. The Joker. Technically it's just Joker, but The Joker. Because I don't know, this has a little extra F into it, no?
No, it's just Joker.
Let's be honest. Right off the bat, I was iffy because I was like, man, a Joker film, how's this going to go? This will go either way. And it was one of those things where either I hate it or love it. And I very much clearly loved it. I mean, it's a flawless movie. Just to give you the rating again. Terrible, okay, solid, good, flawless. This one's one of those. 100% flawless. Clearly, it's my number one of 2019 top 10 movies. It's my number one. And it's my number one for, I think, many great reasons. I think Joaquin Phoenix killed it. Cinematography was amazing, and I usually don't talk about that too much. The story, and as David very beautifully put it, it is a character study, and it is fantastically done. And I mean, when he becomes Joker officially in this film, it is just beautiful. Like, from there on, like, the movie's great and it builds, but once we hit that climax and he is Joker, like, that scene, just the music, you know what I mean, when he's down the stairs.
Gary Glitter.
God, bro, beautiful. And then the whole
Jock Jams.
The character and then you see that last bit when he like finally loses it right before they open the curtains, when he does that like whole body like, because they made fun of him. The one person he had respect for like at all left makes fun of him again, like that final twist in the blade, and that's when he was like, that's it,
the proverbial straw.
Exactly. So I thought it was flawless. David, I mean, it was your number one too, so it kind of be. Did you even like it?
No, I hated it. No, I'm
another one.
That's two. No, I'm just playing. To piggyback off what Joe said, you know, it's one of those like, it's a one shot. It's a Joker movie that's not affiliated with the extended universe. Yeah. It's from the guy who gave us Hangover and Old School. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've seen this movie, but this is the guy who walked in and says, "I'm here for the gangbang." That's the guy that directed Joker.
Yeah.
Enough said. You know, but we watched it. It was slow. I thought it was gonna be slow. I didn't think it was gonna be Justice League. You know,
yeah, it could.
It's a character study. It's about a descent into madness.
It really is. It 100% is.
And like I said in the last video, you know, you can take out the Joker part and the Waynes and all that.
You can take out every bit of it that's comic book related,
and it's still fantastic.
It's still a masterpiece. It's still this crazy. Like, there's no appropriate word to describe how intense this movie is.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of people who watched it and then after watching it felt a certain way. Like, they were like, wow, I feel disgusted, or I'm tense. I walked out like, man, that was great. I felt hype, and then I had to look in the mirror. I had to look in the mirror like, man, wait, why am I the only one who's not like freaking out right now?
Yeah. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, why am I agreeing with the situation? Alright, like, damn, yeah, I feel the same way. I'm tense, look. No, this movie, I can't say enough about how just beautiful it is, to be honest. The colors, and the way it transitions, because it, like, gets brighter. Yes. It gets brighter as it gets darker.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if
that makes sense?
It makes sense. And the depiction of Gotham, it's just a terrible freaking city. And how do people how is it like the biggest city in the world?
I don't know.
Or whatever.
Everyone wants to live in
Everybody
the worst
wants
place.
to live there, but it's the worst place possible.
100%.
You know, and this is like 80s Gotham. This is like 80s Times Square, where it's like not a place you want to be.
Yeah, 100%.
And, you know, and there's garbage all over the place. You know, and wow, this is kind of crazy. Evil dictators trying to run for mayor.
Honestly, that was one of the things that I thought was most interesting. Like, because we could talk about Joker and Joaquin Phoenix all day, but a few things besides of him that I thought were crazy were like the big changes to Thomas Wayne from his perspective, and to be honest, like everyone's perspective, genuine perspective. Thomas Wayne was an asshole and not a good person, and he has never been depicted like that. You know what I mean?
He's always this
good dude, just
larger
a good dude.
than life figure who like
who tries to take care of the city that helped him become super rich and his family and all that.
You go to Batman Begins, you go to all the
movies. Even jump into comics, he's always a good guy.
Yeah.
This one, he is not even remotely.
He just kills people.
He is no longer a good guy because some fucked up shit happened. But this one has like that. I don't know. He's just a genuine jerk.
Yeah, he's a 1%er.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No, 1%.
No, damn it. But no, that was interesting just to see that. It was kind of okay. One of the tricks, the whole when they gave us the paper, and the whole mom was saying that he was one of Thomas Wayne's children. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's interesting. I was like, is that real? Like, how are we gonna play this? And honestly, we don't know. It could be real and it couldn't. The way this movie is set up, the way it plays out. Also, I want to say his mom was like Harley Quinn in a sense. It was the only woman he loved, even though they fought and stuff. You know what I mean? And then in the end, he found out that she, in a way, like betrayed him, was holding him back. Like it was a weird version of it. But I got this sense of like her being his Harley in the sense of like this weird partnership. You know what I mean? So I got that in that sense. I mean, that's me probably reaching, to be honest, but I don't know. It's just how I felt.
And once again, with the whole Joker thing, we don't know his origins.
Yeah,
we don't know who he is. We don't know, because he's adopted.
And then one of the things, though, that's one of the great things, because that was one of the reasons I was worried. I was like, we don't know anything about the Joker. Like, okay, his name is Arthur in The Killing Joke, and he was married, but that's the extent of knowledge that we know. And at the end of the day, we don't know how factual that is.
We never know his origin.
Exactly. So that's one of the things I was like, an origin story for the Joker, how are you going to do this? And they like you said, being adopted, not knowing who he really is, and being, was it Fleck?
Arthur Fleck. For
the purposes of this, I thought that was genius. Yeah. And another reason, the Harley Quinn thing, sorry, just to get it out of the way, is the mom was crazy as hell. Just throw that out the way.
Great insight.
And she got beat by her husband a lot. And so did he. That's why he has the whole out of control laughter thing. He hands out business cards that say, look, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing.
It's a condition.
It's a condition. Also, the way they dove into that, you know what I mean? Like how society treats people with mental illnesses and stuff like shit.
Look at the spoilers before he shoots Murray in the face.
Oh, hell yeah. Murray.
He's like, hey, if you deal with people, or whatever he says,
it was roughly around like, I got another joke, knock knock or something like that, and he's like, no, we're good. He goes, what do you get when society abandons a mentally ill loner? Get what you fucking deserve. Gang gang. And I was like, oh my God. And then I love the fact that afterwards he's like,
yes.
And then throws the gun, and then goes to the camera, and then starts to say Murray's last sign, and like, and
that's life.
That's life.
Yeah. Todd Phillips knew what he's doing. I mean, apparently that's the way it works in the movie business. Because, like, perfect example, Favreau makes Elf and then gets Iron Man. So you know what I'm saying? Just like,
So and in other words, make a raunchy ass comedy, and then make a masterpiece.
Apparently,
that builds all kinds of stuff. I mean, supposedly we're getting a sequel. I
hope
honestly agree. I hope we don't. It's weird because of course I'd love to see more.
But I don't want to see more.
This is the pinnacle.
Yeah.
And for them to make anything even remotely close to this is going to be...
There's only one way to go from here.
Yeah, honestly, and it is not up.
No.
And it was just so perfect. Like, it was just fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to see more of that Joker going crazy and stuff. Like, when he's on the train and he does, like... I love the dancing. It's weird and symbolic. So I thought that was dope. But it's just so good. I don't want it to get tarnished with something that, don't get me wrong, maybe the sequel is amazing and mind-blowing and it's probably fantastic, but it won't compare to the first. Does that make sense?
Maybe it's Dark Knight, maybe it's Batman and Robin.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't want to find out.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. We're not ready for that, man. We don't no thank you. But no, I mean, this movie is interesting. It also makes me think, like, how do we go with Joker for the actual DC Cinematic Universe in the EU. Because I mean, you can't continue to do all that without having a Joker. Joker's a necessary component to all that.
The bar has been set.
Dope movie. I love it. It was great. I love every bit of it. I love the setup and the fact that we see Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne get shot up in the alley again
because of the Joker.
Because of this Joker. And then people were like, well, maybe young Joker's in the crowd, and then at the very end, they throw that wrench in the whole system when he finally laughs, and Todd Phillips said that laugh at the very end in the facility is the only real laugh. And then she's like, why are you laughing? Oh, you won't get it. So it's the whole thing, well, is this whole movie just in his head? Is it something that he just made up to make himself feel better? Did it never happen? Did it happen?
And then killed it.
Oh, and then slaughtered her and then ran off leaving footprints. But no, all in all, flawless. Flawless.
Yes, sir.
Which makes sense. It better. No, I'm just playing. We'll fight. No. We want to hear your thoughts. Did you like this movie? What are your thoughts on it? Do you want a sequel? Where do you think they go with this in Joker in general? You know what I mean? Future movies involving, the DCEU, as it's still, I guess, known.
Should DC just do a bunch of one-shots instead of do a universe?
I think they have enough room to do both. Fix the universe. While you're fixing it, give us one-shots. But give us one-shots of characters you've never seen, like Icon.
You're big on the Icon thing. You love you some Icon.
Icon's amazing.
I'm not saying he isn't.
But also, the reason I bring up Icon is because a lot of people don't know Icon.
And you always bring up Icon.
Because you know how many people know Icon? In a regular conversation? Even nerds and geeks?
Well, if we're doing that, let's have a one-shot of Condiment King.
Sure. After seeing this.
Was it Eggman? What is
Eggman.
Yeah. Do an Eggman movie.
Why not? But I'm just saying, there's other characters that we never see. I think it'd be interesting to see one-shots of them, like Steel. Maybe Steel. Steel would be dope.
Crazy Quill.
Who?
Crazy. You heard Crazy Quill? Is it Crazy Quill? Let me know.
Crazy Quill?
Yeah, dude. He's show later.
Alright. I'm saying cooler characters. But yeah. But no, I think they have enough room to do both.
Condiment King's not a cool character. He shoots mustard and ketchup at you. Gangster.
If you're having an allergic reaction, then yeah.
And peanuts.
You know what I'm saying?
It's weird.
All I think of is Meet the Robertsons. Do the thing spin as he shoots?
Just keep going.
But no, I think they should do both. It's the universe, fix it, adjust it, get it strong where it needs to be, have a decent momentum. And then do these standalone one-shots where you can do a variety of different characters that we would never see, or versions of them we'd never see. You know what I mean? So you can still do the universe and push that forward and do it right. And then you can do these interesting one-shots and then kind of go out of your way to do characters that you wouldn't normally do. So that way you get to introduce people to a new character. You also get introduced. And with those characters that are also less well-known, you have more wiggle when it comes to things you can change.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? Where if you do a Batman one-shot, there's very little you could change. A Superman one-shot, there's very little you could change. It's just, there's too many guidelines that have to be followed. Where with lesser-known characters...
Like a curl?
You can play with. Yes, you're Superman curl. Alright, we get it. Alright, damn, you alright?
No.
Clearly. But no, I got that out of my chest. Anything you want to say before we close out? Because I feel like I probably at the very end there.
Bring back the curl.
He wants the Superman curl, if you don't know what that means. I just want Henry Cavill to come back as Superman, but that's another conversation. We want to hear your thoughts. Where do you think this stands? What one-shot would you like to see? Let us know down below. Comments, questions, concerns, requests. Again, if you haven't seen this movie, fix your life. And until next time, adios.